deal. I have Kev M, indie rock musician and singer-songwriter in the studio this morning. Kev. I always think that songwriters particularly squeeze the juice from life, and they serve it in a cocktail or they serve it straight. What do you do?
I do that indeed as well. Good morning, Wolfy, by the way. Basically, I think you got to go through a few experiences in life to really, so your writing really evolved and you got a topic to write about. Otherwise, you're writing about generic things that you're not really relatable yourself, and the passion's not there.
Okay.
So you got to go through, I think, a few struggles, whether it's, well, you don't have to, but for me personally, whether you go through a breakup from a marriage or a deep depression or other life factors and joyous things in life like having a child and having a fulfilling, loving relationship as well.
Yes.
So I think these all factor into my songwriting, in it, certainly.
Right, so almost plucking the songs out of the air that you breathe, really.
That's definitely, and it's sometimes they just come, maybe they're in my subconscious or just my feelings, how I feel, and it's a way of getting them out and expressing myself.
I noticed you say sort of getting them out. They seem to arise within, Kev.
Yes, yeah, they do. They come from within, but it's getting it out into a song, and then you've got that therapeutic process of you've written a song and it's about this subject, but you've also got it off your chest as well. That's how I feel.
Right, and that's the technique part, probably, isn't it? That's the bit of moving it from a piece of inspiration, a comment, a feeling, a dream, and then moving it out there and making it real. Now, that's the hard work of being an artist, being a songwriter, isn't it, surely?
I'll be honest with you, I find songwriting very easy, and a lot of my songs just come within half an hour of playing some chords and coming up with the words. So they do come from that feeling, and I got to get certain emotions out. But to me, it's not like that.
Okay. So, what comes first, Kev? Is it could be a chord sequence, or is it a lyric?
It's definitely a chord sequence. I'll come up with a chord sequence,
yes.
And then, in fact, I'll probably write the whole song musically first, and then I will do the lyrics. And it's usually by humming or singing along a melody, like no particular words, but a bit of mumble jumble. But you're getting a melody formed around the song, and then they will form into words. And I don't think of a subject to write about. I don't think today I'm going to write a sad song about this or a happy song about this.
Okay.
It just happens. It just evolves, and that's how the song turns out. So I'm quite lucky, or however you want to think of it, that my songs sort of fall into place like that. And when they're done, I'm like, wow, that's a song about this.
So you got your finger on your own pulse of creativity then?
Yeah, definitely. Don't get me wrong, I do seek inspiration, especially I read a lot of books, and I see a line in there and I think, wow, that's a really amazing line to use. I will not particularly use that exact line, but that sort of phrasing.
You'll transform it?
Yes.
You'll make it yours?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I think a lot of creative people, they always stand on the shoulders of other people. I mean, you can't do anything else because we're exposed to things all our lives, but it's what you do with the material, isn't it?
Yes, most definitely.
Fantastic. We'll have another chat later, but let's have a...
Won't you tell me a story? One I hope never ends. But if it's over, I'll help you write it again. Won't you sing me a song so I can hear your soul? And when it's done, yeah, I'll know what you know. I'm feeling so alone. I'm too warm to feel cold. Look how much I've grown. Too young to feel this old. Won't you write me a letter and tell me where you've been? And when I've read it, I'll have seen what you've seen. Won't you sail us a boat straight across the sea? And when the waves come down, take shelter with me. You're feeling so alone. You're too warm to feel cold. Look how much you've grown. You're too young to feel this old. We're feeling so alone. We're too warm to feel cold. Look how much we've grown. We're too young to feel this old.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Won't you sing me a song so I can hear your soul? That's a very powerful line. It's a very emotional song.
Definitely is. I wrote it earlier this year, and it's probably my favourite song to sing. Yeah, it's very emotional. I feel quite emotional now after playing it. Very emotional song, and I think that line is more about myself because I put a lot of emotion into my music. So even though it's the story of the song, I'm speaking to somebody else.
Yes,
it's comes from my own feelings. So it's like, I'm singing you a song, and you can hear my song.
Yes,
that's the way I.
Okay, too young to feel old. Is that the lyric? Because that stood out for me as well. Yeah, just so old.
Definitely, and because I'm 41, going on 21. I feel too young inside to be this age. And it goes down to the hunger and drive I've got to do my music.
Okay, marvelous. I mean, the whole thing feels like a reaching out. The whole song feels like a reaching out.
Yes.
And the chord sequences that you put underneath it, they're almost like a chime of bells.
Yes, they're very. Because I play with the capo on the 5th fret, so anybody knows it changes the key of the song.
Yes.
So it's quite a light sort of song. So
yes, it is. Yeah, yes, it really does feel like bells chiming alongside this. It adds to the emotional landscape of the song. And this is Hull Kingston Radio 107.4 FM and online. Now I have Kev M, indie rock musician and singer-songwriter, in the studio with me. You've toured, you've been around the local area, you've been here, you've been everywhere, and you've been doing it for quite a while now.
It's just been around 2 years I've been playing live, believe it or not.
But it's like when I see the dentist or the doctor, they might have only been in the practice 2 years, but there's like 40 years of experience behind them.
Yes.
So I mean, when you get onto the stage, I mean, that is, you don't just get the 2 minutes of the song. You get all of your life experience and your musical experience and technique there too, don't you? It's all there concentrated. That's why people need to pay for it. It's all worth it. How did you begin? What was the process of becoming Kev M?
I received a guitar off one of my uncles when I was about 15 years old. I learned to play the guitar then. Wrote some very early basic songs as a 15, 16-year-old would. And I continued taking guitar lessons and getting into, at the time, like Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, so like that sort of rock music, the grunge sort of thing, was the big thing and what I was into at the time.
Okay.
So it was a huge inspiration. And then a couple of years later, Oasis were as well.
Okay.
So I mainly just played covers in my bedroom sort of thing. And then I sort of, due to life circumstances, I sort of pretty much forgot about playing the guitar for a long, long time. And I was not driven to perform live or to write until around 4 years ago, when things changed in my life and I suddenly thought, well, I can play the guitar. Why aren't I doing it? I've written some early songs. Some of them I look back on and I thought, well, they're not bad. They're not brilliant, but they're not bad. So why don't I continue doing this? There we go. So I did. And I got an opportunity to record a couple of songs with a student at Hull College. He was doing like a degree in sort of radio sort of thing, or recording, sound engineering, should I say. And just a couple of basic songs, and it was on Facebook and things. So I want to do this to help me out. So I thought, okay, then yes. I went and did that. Recorded a couple of songs. The recordings were great, but the songs themselves weren't fantastic. But this led me on to, he said, well, do you play live? And I said, well, no, I don't. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, why not? And I thought, well, can I do that? I'm nerves, and where do I begin?
Yes.
And I think until you get into the scene or start looking into it, you don't realise how many places there are in Hull to play live. I think every night of the week you could go and do an open mic, or there's somewhere that you could play, especially acoustic, live music. It's the Live Lounge or Service Station, all these different places.
And learn the art of communicating through music, because it's very different through speech, and you're standing there and you are not only exposing yourself in terms of your lyrics, but in terms of your technique and yourself. Your very, very self is out there on the stage, and you're pouring emotion across to an audience, and they need to engage with that. I'm interested in the fact that this guitar was with you all that time. It's like a silent friend, really, and you discovered each other again.
That is very true. And obviously I've had a few guitars over the years, but I've still got the one that I've had all this time. And yes, so it was tucked into the bed in the spare bedroom for 10 years, you know, it was still always there, and I would never obviously be able to bring myself to get rid of it. And sometimes I just think I maybe knew that I should do something with it in the future, and I have done.
And that's why it stayed with you.
Yes.
You sing for us again?
Yes, of course.
What do you think we're going to have this time?
This is a song called Come With Me.
Okay.
It's a bit of a thing about getting people to come with me and join me on my journey and that sort of thing.
Grand. And that's what we're doing today. So, come with me, Kev.
Are you coming? Why you coming with me? Hold on now, darling, 'cause you're coming with me. Walk into the room like my name is Wolfy. Yeah, I'm singing my tunes just like I'm Jerry C. Underneath the sky over Cortina's flare, love how it shines on your golden hair. Are you coming? Why you coming with me? Hold on now, darling, 'cause you're coming with me. Are you coming? Why you coming with me? Hold on now, baby, 'cause you're coming with me. No, they'll never make a monkey out of me. Oh, all I'm asking is for you to believe. And if all I have is this moment right now, sing my blues before I go down. Are you coming? Why you coming with me? Hold on now, darling, 'cause you're coming with me. Are you coming? Why you coming with me? Hold on now, baby, 'cause you're coming with me. Walk into the room like my name is Liam G. Yeah, I'm singing my tune just like I'm Jerry C. Underneath the sky over Cortina's flare, love how it shines on your golden hair. Are you coming? Why you coming with me? Hold on now, darling, 'cause you're coming with me. Are you coming? Ooh, are you coming with me? Hold on now, baby, 'cause you're coming with me. Are you coming? Ooh, are you coming? Hold on, darling, 'cause you're coming with me. Oh yeah, are you coming? Ooh, are you coming? Hold on, baby, 'cause you're coming with me.
You're listening to Live Line with me, Wolfy O'Hare, Hull Kingston Radio 107.4 FM and online. Get in touch. There is the email studio at hullkingstonradio.com, Twitter at hullkrfm, and Facebook, facebook.com, Hull Kingston Radio. This is your radio station, and we love it when you get in touch. Now, I have Kev M in the studio, indie rock musician and singer-songwriter, and we've been hearing Kev's music, and we've been talking about singing and being a songwriter and being a musician today, and this has been arresting stuff. Kev, have you any particular advice to young people starting now, or even if they're not young, perhaps they're even my age, and they're actually starting out on the music scene and wanting to get their message and their work out there? Have you any particular advice for them?
I would say play as often as you can. Find them at open mic night. Open mic night's the best way to start, I would say. Because you go on to play 2 or 3 songs, so you don't have the pressure of having to perform for half an hour.
Okay.
So you've got 2 or 3 songs, and you can find out what works, what doesn't work with the audience, and what works with yourself, what you feel comfortable playing.
Okay.
So I would say definitely do that, and it'll help build confidence in performing live. Obviously performing open mic nights.
Okay. What about social media? I mean, you've got quite a presence on YouTube and Spotify. Are these helpful to you young musicians or new musicians?
Oh, most definitely. I suppose it works with anybody in the media or even small businesses. If you have an online presence, it's a place where people can go and see your work. See what you do.
Okay.
And obviously it's a chance for you to get people to engage with you as well, and you can engage back with them. So it's sort of, if they're commenting on your things and liking your things, and you're commenting back, thank you, are you coming to the show next week? And they go, oh yeah, I'll come. You're making them valued. We do value them, but it's making the audience realise that you value them. And it's a great way of engagement and building up your fan base and awareness.
Because it's not enough just to feel it. You've got to say it.
Yes.
As always, I think that's probably good advice in most things, depending on what you feel and when you're going to say it. Certainly, I'm thinking about the performance element of this, because sometimes that's a whole craft in itself. If it's not too painful, can you remember the first time you sang in front of an audience?
Yes, it was at the Corn Exchange on a Tuesday night, and it was about 2.5 years ago. It was very cold, and Darren Bunting, who does the Music HQ acoustic nights at the service station on the Tuesday, he was running the night, and I was unbelievably nervous, and it definitely showed in my performance. I couldn't even look at the audience, but I loved it as well, and people were encouraging afterwards. I knew that I was very average / awful due to my nerves mainly, I think. But people were encouraging, and the performance said, oh, that was great, I liked that song. And I think that's the thing about performing live. It's not just about gaining confidence, it's getting the recognition of other people or meeting other people and a chance to network.
And the reality is that people, they've probably paid for a night out. They've probably paid for a babysitter. They've got themselves there. They may be even dressed up. They've got there. They want you to succeed. They want to have a good time. And I think that in the majority of people are pretty decent about listening. I think that sometimes, some audiences perhaps need a little bit of education that they've got a human being in front of them and not a screen, and to be at least a little bit attentive and not have a fight or throw glasses around or something. But yes, performing, I think, is an art in itself, and it's a craft that you've got to learn, and you don't learn it by reading it in a book, Kev, do you? You do it by doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you feel how you've grown in that?
Yeah, certainly. Confidence is... I'm very confident now when I perform. And I think you've got to be yourself and confident and not just stood there. You've got to sort of move about, feel the emotion of the song and just react normally as natural as it can come to you. So yeah, definitely.
Kev M is in the studio, rock musician, singer-songwriter. What's coming up for you?
I am playing at the service station on George Street in Hull City Centre on Tuesday the 26th of November.
Okay, what sort of venue is that?
It's a bar. It's got a stage, and it's going to be it's like a cocktail bar. I would describe it as. Really nice place. I think it only opened a couple of years ago. It's very modern and lovely. Always a lovely atmosphere on the Acoustic Tuesday.
Excellent.
There'll be several performers. I'll be playing a half-an-hour set.
Oh, you're going to do a full half hour.
Yes.
And that'll be some of your recent stuff and things that perhaps we've heard today.
Yes, most definitely. The two that I played so far today and probably the one I'm playing a bit later.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure that the dates and times of that are up on our Twitter feed and our Facebook feed after the show. So anything that Kev's about to do, you'll find out because I'll make sure that you find out about it. So there we are. So there's the service bar, and what else is coming up for you?
I'm doing Withensea Festival in the summer.
Oh.
And Springboard Festival in Cottingham again as well in the May.
Okay.
I haven't booked anything in between now and then. I will be performing, but I just got nothing booked in because I just normally leave Christmas sort of free. You know, it's cold and family time and things.
Yes, people deciding not to go out and save money and things like that, yeah, and not spend it on concerts. Shall we have another song from you?
Yes, most definitely. This one's going to be called Too Late.
Okay.
I'm coming up 40 in this 30 limit. It's doing nothing for me, but at least I'm still in it. And I'll choose my shoes. Now I found my feet. Does it matter to you if I beat this disease? Sing my songs, sing them back to me. We'll sing alone, cross the fields through the trees. They're falling, going by like the rain. Can't you hear me calling? I'm going down again. And to stop the riots, I'll write you something new. Does it matter or not if it gets me through? Sing my songs, sing them back to me. Sing alone, cross the field through the trees. coming up 40 in this 30 limit. It's doing nothing for me, but at least I'm still in it. Sing my songs, sing them back to me. Sing alone, cross the fields through the trees.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was struck by the lyric. The years they're falling, going by like the rain, and to stop the rot, I'll write you something new. Very resonant words, and beautifully expressed. Thank you very, very much, Kev, for coming in today and talking to us, and singing to us too. Thank you for all of that, and I'm sure the listeners will appreciate that too, as I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.